What's up, guys? Welcome back. We have our first match from the new Masters season starting up. So this is season 3. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Anthony. The channel's called On the Snap. It's all amateur pool matches, mostly me. There are some team stuff from when we were out in Vegas. So like I said, this is season 3 of Masters play. I'm playing against someone named Jared. And in the Masters format, you get to choose the break or the format of the game, either 9-ball or 8-ball. If you win the lag, I won the lag and I chose 9-ball. So I'm coming in with a new team this season and just wanted to kind of prove myself here today. So the pressure is on. And Jared, unfortunately, opens up with a scratch into the side pocket here. So coming in, new team, proving grounds, right? You wanna show them a little something. Hey, I belong on the team. You know, I'm gonna carry my weight, pull my weight rather. So how nice would it be to take this ball in hand and get out? I do not remember all the details of this match. This is a few weeks ago now. I have a pretty big backlog of matches between Vegas and Masters, and then a recent tournament, which I will be putting up there soon, as soon as I can. But yeah, this Masters season is a little shorter. They've made some adjustments. So I'll pull it up here if I have a chance to actually talk about the schedule while we're playing. But meanwhile, I'm in good line to get out. We're just going to come across table for the 6. Center of the table is perfect here. And the idea is when you play the 6, the natural angle is to come back out across table for the 7. So hit that good. Could have come back a little bit farther, but you really don't want to bring the side pocket into play. And I'm not going to mind having a bit of a cut on the 7 to come back up for the 8. And very similar shot here, just coming across table. You can use a touch of outside to open up that angle a little bit, which I think I did. And again, maintain the angle. All these shots were very similar. The 5, the 6, the 7, the 8. They're all basically doing the same thing. Letting the cue ball go into that rail. I am going to go below the side pocket here, or above from our perspective, just to get real cute on the 9, you know. So I just want to settle. I just want to, like I said, really show something here. Jared's going to feel that one. Now he knows if he scratches, I'm going to punish him for it. Opening up here, big break. So make 3 balls on the break. We've got to look at the 1. We have some options. The 1 does play in the side, but it's not great. And then you're going to have to, if you do play the 1 in the side, cue ball's going to come pretty thin down around into the corner pocket. Try to get back up onto the 4. So I don't remember if I go with a safe shot here or if I go aggressive. But based on that last rack, it wouldn't surprise me if I try to make it. Oh, I'm going to scratch. Yeah. So because we missed the 1, the cue ball didn't quite do what it would normally do. And same kind of situation as last rack. We're scratching on the 1 ball and then giving up ball in hand with a pretty runnable table. So Jared just has to decide how he wants to get on the 5. I don't mind. Yeah, I mean, you can just stop it really anywhere in here and play the 4 ball from where the cue ball is now. Left himself a bit of a cut, but it's still very doable. Jumping right into it, and I don't know Jared too well. Just played him for the first time in this match, so he hit that good. But yeah, I was gonna say it felt like he was jumping into things a little quickly, and that could just be nerves. I mean, it's still competitive. It's Masters level play, so you're gonna feel that. Comes down and around for the 6. Got a little bit of an angle, and again jumps right into it, not wasting any time. Ends up on the rail, but he's still fine. So we can slow roll the 7 in here. It's possible to go out and back if he's got a bit of an angle. Oh, dogs that one. So here's a good chance. Get up 2-0. This 7 ball cuts. Problem is the cue ball doesn't naturally go towards the 9. So what I normally do on these, and I think that's what I do here, is I dig into the 7, come out to the rail and back across table for the 9 in the same corner. Yeah, I'm probably going low at this. Oh, jawed it. Hit it really good, though. I mean, the speed was perfect. But sold out an easy 7-9 now. He's just got to get back up above the 9. Going into the side, it doesn't scratch. In Masters, you don't have to call the 9. 9 is wild, but just a courtesy, I guess. Maybe he's settling into the new format. I do remember Jared mentioning to me that he makes a great bank shot. So there you go. Jared gets up a game. I do remember him mentioning that he plays in a bunch of other leagues, so the formats might, he might get those confused from time to time. One ball goes down on the side, and he does not have a good look at the 2. So I wonder if you guys have been in that position where you're playing with a new team, wanting to kind of prove yourself. I definitely felt that pressure for sure. He calls a push. He's probably not going to love this. The 2 does go on the side. Getting shape on the 3 is a little tricky. I remember this one. But yeah, I was feeling not just the pressure from the competition, but the new team pressure was definitely coming up for me. And I'll say I was anxious about posting this particular match. I've been feeling hyper critical of myself and my game. A lot of shoulds coming up. What we're trying to do, by the way, feelings aside, I was trying to play down into the 6, really ideally full on the 6, so that we still get a look at the 3, and then somehow, impossibly, it comes straight down between the 3 and the 6 and doesn't touch anything. Luckily, we can get into the 3 ball here. So pretty good kick and stick, but it unfortunately comes off the 8 in such a way that it leaves him an easy look at the 3 ball. Shape on the 4 is not guaranteed, so he's got to do a little bit of work here. So it doesn't connect that. 3's coming back down table. It cuts in the corner here, so I don't hate that. I do remember that the 5 ball was on pretty naturally. I feel like, yeah, I play for the 5, I'm pretty sure, because I know I'm going to be pushing the 3 down table here. So our season goes into February. It's 14 weeks of play. Yeah, so we play the 5. This could work. I think the 3 still goes on the side. And I'm just looking at a line on the 4. Just where's my window? Getting from the 4 to the 6 might be a little weird too. So unless you're able to get down below the 4 ball, play the 4 on the side, and then roll up for the 6. I think we just wanted, yeah, we just wanted to play the 4 in the top left corner there and ran afoul of the 6. So now we're back behind the 8 ball. I'm just going to kick at it. I don't know if I have an edge. It doesn't look like it. Oh, we'll take those. Made a good hit. It's also very hittable from this side to play the 4 in that direction. But I think I was just going for a more secure full ball hit and caught a roll with kicking it into the corner pocket. The 6 will back cut. You have to turn the cue ball loose because it's very thin. I think I opt for the bank here. Yeah, I'm going to bank it, and then that way I can hold the cue ball for the 7. Oh, it looked pretty good. It doesn't drop. These tables are pretty worn in at this point. I play at this location fairly often, and so they're pretty worn in, and so they play pretty tight. Which I mean, I like that. You have to play pretty pure to make things cooperate, but still can be interesting sometimes. For those of us who play on valleys, and I know a lot of you do, it's gonna feel different. That bank shot goes in all day on a valley table. I don't miss them though, guys. You know, I've got the valley nostalgia, kind of like growing up on those things, but we play on diamonds in Vegas. I'd rather be practicing on them and competing on them throughout the season. And that was a big part of the reason why I switched divisions and switched teams. Besides scheduling stuff, and there was a bunch of reasons. I don't know if he was trying like a Z shot kind of thing. Not a lot of work to do here. You get out away from the 7 ball, it naturally can take you into the 8. So we're just gonna pinch back. Yeah, use the rail, open it up a little bit. Got plenty of room off the 7. We're going to look at our line on the 8 ball, so anywhere up above that is going to mean that you roll into this rail and down for the 9. We're probably going to come out and back. That'll do. Off the rail just enough. That's good speed. And now we should just be able to roll down. You're kind of floating off the 8. Bring that second rail in, or the first rail into play. Pre-shot looks good. Watch the stroke though, guys. Yeah. That still stings. I was so mad about missing this 9 ball. Played such good shape. You played a good game overall. And you sell out the money ball, man? My speed looked like my pace looked okay. I don't think I rushed into the shot. My normal pre-shot routine looked okay, but the stroke looked a little snatchy to me. But the biggest thing that I remember, the prevailing memory from that situation, was my mental situation was just out of control. I got down on the shot and it was just like constant negative voices, just like, you're gonna miss. What if you miss? Don't miss this one. It's just like weird demon voice type stuff. I was like, what the heck? And I know what to do with that. You're supposed to reset. You're supposed to calm down. You're supposed to take a breath, take a lap around the table, whatever you need to do. Drop back into the body, like all the same stuff that I talk about all the time. And there are times still in my game, which is part of why this match still stings to watch. There are still times where I get down on those shots and the negative voices are coming up and I know that I should reset and I just don't. I just shoot it anyway. I'm just like, nope, I just want to get this over with. And that's really what it comes down to, is, which, you know, the urge is natural to find relief, right? Like, I want relief from these negative thoughts, so I'm just going to shoot it to make them go away. And we know that it does not work out that way. Meanwhile, yeah, played off the 2 into the 6, freed up the 2 ball, and it lines up for a reasonable 2-9 combination, but these are very missable, as you guys know. Especially on these tables, like I said, playing tight, so you got to hit this good. I missed the 9 ball big time, but it lays up in the other corner, which is interesting. He's jumping right in. So yeah, again, I don't know if this is his natural style or if he's just trying to play through nerves as well. Draws the 2, and I have an opportunity now. We have to get good on the 5. I don't think you really want to entertain the 5-9, right? Like, play the 3 and get a short side on the 5. The 7-8-9 might be wired up, so it may just be a matter of getting on the 3 and playing over here for the 5. Yeah. Are we nudging the 7? We are. Now the 7-8-9's not wired up anymore. still have a very workable shot on the 5, but getting good shape on the 7 is tricky. If you end up down here, maybe it plays in the side. Maybe you have to go safe. If you end up like anywhere out here, there's not much you can do with the 7 ball. So I think we have to play down towards the 9. We're also maybe running at the 9 a little bit. Okay, bit of a two-way. Yeah, I think the 7 goes in the side here. I'm looking a little more comfortable now. Must have shaken off that silly 9-ball miss. That's a good shot. And controlling the cue ball to keep it down there. You don't want to turn that loose. Not that the 8-9 is super missable, but you just don't want to take any chances. Also, you hit it with a more authoritative stroke if you're holding it like that. So it's 2-2. Big break. Break's working out. Give me a look at that 2-ball. All right. Off angle a little bit. I don't know if we can cheat it. Like play the 2-ball full to the left side of the top left and just draw clean back for the 4. Yeah, that's what we were trying. But even then, even missing it, playing it into the point, the cue ball still drifted over to that side. I think you had to go short side on the 4. Still a little snatchy. Just something I'm practicing, that like smooth delivery every time. Consistent speed as much as possible. Same stuff we always talk about. It's crazy. Competition just throws you off. Fundamentals can go out the window. And I was tilted after that 9-ball. I gotta be honest. Oh, where are we going for the 5? On top of it. Unfortunate. I think, based on the way he was tapping, maybe he was trying to play here for the 5. That's tough, man. I don't know. Maybe just getting into here and accepting the longer shot on the 5 would work out a little better. All right, here's another chance. Not super easy. The 5 plays easy into the side, but then your shape is kind of tough. Are you just going to draw off of it? Roll down between the 7 and the 9. Oh, I tried to hold it. That would have worked. I didn't realize I was that straight on the 5. That would have worked out fine. That simplifies. That's a result of my no spin September, which has been so fascinating. I hope you guys are following that journey. If not, I'll link it. That has been really interesting. So another great opportunity for us here. We just want to pop over for the 6. Nice and easy. Again, no spin. You don't need to do anything on that one. And a lot of players will try to play for the 7 on the side. Looks like I'm digging into it a little bit, so I might want to get below it. A little too far, but this can still work. So the 7 plays in the corner, but the cue balls go in the wrong direction. You could try to cut this in the side. It's super thin. The cue ball's going to come off pretty thin and do some weird stuff. So maybe hard to judge. You could also play the 7 in the corner and then try to like punch back. I might be trying to punch off this. So that worked out okay. Put a good stroke on that one. This 8-ball definitely goes. You have to you could draw off it, but it's risky because you could run into the point. If you roll through this or you go a high ball, then you're trying to basically just come back and forth. I'm going low. Pretty smooth delivery. Oh, man, we're going to scratch. Oh, boy. I'm surprised he's going straight at this. Just draw back down. Big draw. Just shoot it at the pocket. Sometimes it's that simple. Oh, it didn't go. How do we get this back? That's crazy. Yeah, he overhit that 8-ball and went too far. There's a good breath. Settling. Let's pretend we know what we're doing. Thin cut. Pretty thin cut here into the side. You don't scratch on this unless you hit it really bad. Yay, we won a game. My goodness. I'm curious though. I mean, I watch this and I just feel like this is so bad. Like really harshly judging myself. And you know, admittedly it's 3-2 and I'm giving up really silly stuff. This ends up being a bad hit. He hits the 4. So yeah, I watch this and I just like, oh my gosh. How am I playing so bad? Like, where's all my practice going? Just mentally, I felt so much pressure and so unsteady. Just really had trouble settling in on this particular day. The other thing about this day is because the room's a little smaller, there's only so many tables to go around. There's a lot of waiting. You have to wait for your team to play all their matches before you can play yours. And we play against 2 teams per day, just once a month, but it still ends up being a lot of waiting around, which is tough for me. Just like personally, I have a lot going on, so I can't afford 8 hours of sitting around for 2 45-minute matches. That's going to be a challenge. Meanwhile, I'm getting out. We could be okay on the 6-ball here. We're kind of on the wrong side of the 5, but maybe you just hold it. Past Anthony, pre-no spin September Anthony would be tempted to go high inside. But current Anthony, I guess, wants to shoot off the 8-ball. We made this a lot harder than it needs to be. High inside would not have been a bad thing. But what are we doing here, bud? We're just going to make a good shot. We might just dig into this and roll around. Oh, we just make a good shot. So we're able to just dig into that 6-ball, not worry too much about the 8, and just roll through. So let's think about shape for the 8-ball. We might like to have had a bit more angle on the 7, but we should still be able to get back up table. Now the question is, do you want to be on the left side or the right side of the 8? Left side does bring the 9-ball into play if you overhit this. We want to just get really saucy and go between the 2 of them, I guess. That works out. So now do we spin off this? Do we kind of pull off? Normal spin is going to be low right off this 8-ball to come around the 9. Played that good. I like on that we didn't worry too much about the speed. Sometimes I'll get overly concerned about the speed on that type of shot, but this is just trust your stroke and know that you can make this 9-ball. Yay, we played pool. Oh, struggling. It's hard to watch. It was a good out. It was a good out. I can just take that win and feel good about that. I don't know if I hit that break bad or if there were some gaps, but 8 ball almost goes, and it would have been nice. We had to look at the 1. The 3, 4, 5, 6 is kind of tough. The 3 is really buried in there. So he hits that pretty good, but a little too good. He's got to kick into the 2 ball. Might just come at it with some pace, try to make something happen. Something happens. The 8 ball drops. He's got a thin back cut on the 2 into the side. And he plays that well and comes back around. I think he's got an edge on this 3 ball. Just go safe. Yeah. So let's see. If I have enough of the 3, you can get out and above the 4 ball to get shape. I might not like that though. I might just keep him down there. Well, some kick and stick practice maybe. Oh, we're just gonna bit of a 2-way, I guess. I don't think I intended for that 3 ball to go. Now we do have to play safe. Probably just stop shot on the 4. Oh yeah, and a little bit of like a pinch draw back to get on the 6. This is hittable, but it's tough coming past the 7 here. You could, I guess, go for 2 rails. This is a big ball, right? Coming off this rail, you've got all this, and you've got this. 2 rails is probably the way to go. I think he came a little too deep into the side rail there. So ball in hand is nice, but the shape on the 5 is pretty tough. I do go down and look at where I want to be. So it's along the rail here. And normally I hit these pretty good, but I do remember this particular shot. And I think just nerves get me again. Yeah, we underhit that. I felt it as soon as I touched it. You got to get into this rail. You got to get down into this rail and spin down, because this is really sweet. This area is really sweet. Even if you overplay it anywhere down here, you're going to end up fine. So you're better off erring on the side of overplaying that. And this one seems like it's really tricky. I don't know if I have a clean lane between the 9 and the 6. Probably have to just kick at this 5 ball. But there may not even be a natural line for the kick. Okay, we're going short side kick. Remember this. A nice full hit on the 5, and it's so full that the cue ball just rolls through. Ouch. He's deciding to line up a 5-9 combo from downtown. See if Jared can do it. Nope. Those are so tough, man. Balls are really far apart. Well, 5 cuts in the side. It's thin. The cue ball is pretty much always going towards the 9. And now the problem is, when you realize that, if you don't immediately see the 9 ball right away, you're going to be tempted to just send the cue ball at the 9, which abandons all hope of getting shape on the 6. I think we just go for it here. Not sure that's really the play, but I think that's what I end up doing. Yeah, and scratch again. The same way where we hit it so full that it just rolls perfectly through. We do put the 5 in a bit of a tricky spot where I don't think you can make it. It goes in the top corners, so he'll probably have to consider that. Yeah, I don't think he can make that ball go in the bottom left. Now we're just seeing how many times we can give Jared ball in hand in the same rack before he gets out. I don't recommend playing that game if you want to win. So, drains that one. He's got a little bit of an angle in the 6. He's got to get good on 7. Just roll up, short side. Oh, might not like this. You really don't want to have to back cut this ball. It could go in the side, but getting shape on the 9 is tough unless you're ready to bank the 9. Yeah, he played it in the side, I believe. Okay, I remember this one too. He puts me in a tough spot, and so I'm not feeling comfortable enough to even attempt sending it down table, let alone how the cue ball is going to go back and forth and could run into the 9. I don't like the cross side bank from here. I think it felt a little too full. And again, shape, you're just going to end up over here having to bank the 9. So I play a two-way. This one is intentional. I play the 7 up here, and I intend for the cue ball to come back around behind the 9. Okay, and it works. So it would have been very jumpable. Like, you know, if the 7 lays up, I get into this 9 ball way too fast. And this is just a character flaw. Sometimes when I do something cool, I'm like, oh, I gotta just keep doing cool stuff and don't take my time and actually win the game. Oh, man. It hurts, guys. That is the difference between 5-2 and 4-3. He's got access to the 1. I don't think he's got enough to cut it. Play safe and put me... Fires at it. Knocks in the 3. Ends up with a cut. He's jumping right in. Ends up with a cut on the 1. Drains it. Where are we going? 4 ball. Goes in the side. Don't shoot the 5, Jared. Don't shoot the 5, Jared. That is the 4 ball, right? Oh, that's right. I remember that. I actually said something. Because he was getting ready to shoot the 5. But he missed it. Guilt miss, maybe. I think Jared normally makes that ball. We're off angle on the 4, but you can straighten this out. Yeah, the nerves. Look at me. I'm trying to shake him out. So yeah, you cut this 4, and you can have the cue ball just come straight out and back. If you nudge the 6, it's not the end of the world. But I do like these. If I hit these well, it's going to help me settle down a little bit. So hit it pretty good, but missed it. Not by much. Really played it into the point. Well, that's a shame we're giving this table back. Oh, scratchy. Nope. I think you just roll down below the... Whoa. Yeah, I think you just slow roll that 5 ball and let it go down below the 6. He came out just above the 6. He may still be able to cut it though. Let's see. We wanted to bank it and overcooked it a little bit. All right, dude, you got to get out here, win this game. Off angle on the 6, cue ball doesn't naturally want to go towards the 7, but knowing myself, I'm probably going to punch across, come across table. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot of room. You have a lot of room to operate there, so you can come out even further, obviously, to get straighter on the 7, but this is still going to be fine. Probably just kind of a similar thing. Keep pretty much a straight line off the 7, out and back, and you want to end up on the left side of the 9 ball here. Oh, we went down a little low. Suddenly this 9 ball's complicated. Still makeable. My PSR looks good. A little snatchy. It goes down though. Yeah, stroke was a little snatchy on that one. Scared of it. I was scared of it because that came up in Vegas in a mini tournament, a late night mini tournament at this bar. And that was the shot that lost me the match because it was slightly off angle and I scratched. And that lost me the tournament, actually. I was in the finals. And it was a heartbreaker. That was like a I want to yell and scream kind of moment. So I was scared of that shot when I came back and saw it in Masters again. So we need 2 games. And we have a good layout with stripes. We didn't have full access to the cut on the 9. We tried to kind of spin it in, but it was the wrong speed. I hit it too firm for the spin to really take. And I was trying to just get up on the 14 or the 15. He's just clarifying some rules here again. Like I said, he plays in other leagues. Yeah, I enjoyed playing Jared. He's a really, really friendly guy. Easy to talk to. And he's a pretty good shot. He told me about some like juniors event that he played in and ended up winning. So definitely has, you know, a background in the game. So I guess the way I'll say it is I liked playing with him, but I did not enjoy this match just based on where I was at. And yeah, it's been a rough couple of months. Vegas aside, I guess I felt really good about Vegas overall, which you guys will see in my recap for those. So the 10-12 is playable. The 15 could break those out. Maybe we're taking the 12 now to let the 10 break out the 8 ball. Okay, I don't mind that. 15 takes us to the 11. We do have to decide where the 14's going. We might play from the 15 to the 11 and play the 14 up here. Just hold it. Good look at the 11. Yeah, you'd really like to play the 14 here, but it's hard to get a good line on it with the 2 ball where it is. So I'm looking at the 14. I think it goes up down here. But this, yeah. So the position window for the 14 in that corner is like this, basically. You could play it from over here, but you really don't want to. Do you have to do that? The window for the other corner is this left line here. There's a lot of room to operate over there. So I think that's what I do. Just kind of punch over. Oh, that's not going to do it. I don't think that's what I intended. I think I wanted to get over here. And we're still, you know, we have an option at least. This could settle me down a little bit. This is a good little run. Don't draw back. Drew back off that. That's just a stop shot. I don't know if I misjudged it or just hit it wrong, like hit it in a way that I didn't really intend. But you basically just play a stop shot there. You're always going to have a look at the 10, and you don't have to do a lot of work to break out the 8. Hard to judge the breakout, but still, I mean, there's really no reason to pinch back off that 14. Now we're going to have to get the jump cue out. All right, let's see how this thing works. I am rocking a new jump cue and a new break cue. I'm like full cue tech addict right now. Vegas pushed me over the edge. Just was ready to get some new equipment. Make a good hit. Really solid hit on the 10. I think that was my thing. I didn't really try to get a cut shot on the 10. I didn't see the benefit. Maybe you cut it, or maybe you hit it on this other side of the 10. You end up breaking out the 7 ball. He's got to go safe here. No, he's shooting at it. He's scratched. Oh my gosh. That's so unlucky. Man, a lot of players would lock me up. Not really sure I see the reason to go aggressive there with the 7 ball tied up. I think I would have played to get ball in hand and then go for the run out and break out the 7. I have a great opportunity now with ball in hand to break out the 8, but I do have to figure out how I'm breaking it out so that I have a shot at it. I think I'm trying to play kind of between the 7 and the 8 to make sure I get down table again with good speed. That could be worse. We still have a look at the 8. It doesn't bang past the 6. Oh, I've got the cut angle. It looks like I don't have access to the cut, but maybe I do. I cut that in. All right, dude. You got to feel good about that one, man. Like, take that. Feel good about that. That was a good out. So lucky to get ball in hand, though. Come on. Scratch on the break, because karma is a real thing in this game. I was just letting him know that it's in the kitchen in APA. I forget if he plays in Napa or VNEA. I think it's Napa. Maybe it's the same in Napa. I don't know that rule set. So Jared's in a tough spot here. I'm on the hill. Going 4-5 combo. Yeah, claiming solids makes sense here. Oh, he did not want to make that 4 ball. He needed that 4 ball to stay up so that he could use it to get on his next shot. And now he's kind of on top of the 1. Doesn't really go. I mean, yeah, you can try it in the side. It'd be a good shot. You make the 1 ball on the side, you can kind of get back up table. Might end up with a look at the 3. Yeah, he wants it in the side. Let's see. Overcuts it and puts me up into the cluster. I think I've got to look at the 13. 11 balls on the 8, but it does go down here in the bottom left. So I wouldn't have to worry about that too much in terms of breaking it out. This is the biggest problem for me. Yeah, honestly, my setup's looking okay. Like my pre-shot routine's been pretty consistent, with the exception of a couple snatchy strokes here or there. That was a good smooth one. I don't know where I was going. I don't know why I hit it like that. This rec might end up being kind of very slow, strategic. Are we just sending the 11 up into the cluster? Oh, I was trying to play him safe behind the 8. The 11 comes right back down by the 8 ball. That stuff cracks me up, guys. What a game. So his 1 ball goes in the side. He can cut the 6, but he has the same kind of problem where the 7 and the 2. Yeah, he wants the 6 ball first. It's going to send you back down table, though, unless you slow roll this. Now he's hammering it. How does it finish? Not the best. Not the best for Jared, so... The 3-1 combo is not really anything. I don't know if he can play the 3-7. Yeah, he's looking at the 3-1. Nobody's going to like that. Oh, but he drills it in. That's crazy. Nice shot. No reward, though. Jumps right into it. He doesn't care. He's going to run the 3 down. Overcuts it. And scratches. All right, here's your chance, dude. Get your 12 ball out of there. 10 goes in the bottom left. You could just follow into those. 10 goes in the bottom right. Follow into those. So like kind of one of these. 2 balls here. I'm looking at where on the 7 would I hit. I just try to think about, you know, okay, the 7 hits the 12. The 12 might come off the 2 a little bit, which is going to make it come out this way. That would be nice to get the 12 ball to come out this way. The other perspective is just hit him with pace. You can't control for all those little interactions, so just give it some pace and hope that it gets out of there. Pretty good chance of me having a look at a shot after this. It'd be really, really unfortunate for me to get hooked somehow. So I think you just make the hit and bust him up. Good pace. Did roll into the 7. The 12 is freed up. I've got access to it now. It's a tough cut. Admittedly, it's tough. So it's kind of interesting, right? Would you attack the 12 now? Send it into the pocket? Maybe make it, and then you keep going. But no, I'm going to go with the 9. I might be trying to get on the 15 to get back up on the 12. Back around table. It's tricky. We're on the 15. The 11-14 is tough. I don't know if I have a shot on the... Maybe I do. The 11 might just go clean. Okay. We had full access to the 11, 14 in the side, 10 in the... So 14 in the side, 15 in the same side, and then have an angle from the 15 to get on the 12. This is starting to take shape. Oh, I wanted to get on the 12 from there. What? There's that shot. Keep an eye out for the short. I'm making that into a short. That's so dumb. The same thing happened in Travis's match. If you haven't seen Travis's match, go check that out. I'm going to link that one as well. And you got to go for the 12 here. Oh, but we overcut it. It's that guilt miss. Got to take advantage of those opportunities, man. Okay, it was lucky, it's sloppy, whatever. You're still at the table, you're still playing. It's all above board, it's all by the rules. Jared's in a tough spot here. He doesn't want to try to cut at the 3. Maybe he just makes the 12. But you can't give me a look at the 15. Okay. That could be worse. I've got open access to the 15, but man, it's not in a great spot. Let's see. I try to bank it. It's gonna go. Oh my goodness. 2 and 1 rack, and we're on the 8 ball. So, captain of my new team pointed out that in this case, if you bank the 8 down here, maybe it rolls in full off the 2. That's great. You win the game. Maybe it doesn't, and it can block that pocket, which is also really good. I decided to go down here. And so I agree with my captain. I think that is the right shot. You're naturally lined up for that angle already instead of coming off angle and trying to come back down to the bottom right. And I'm using spin to send it up there too, but it does not cooperate. And he's got a nice open table. Man, could have had that one. Got a little spicy off that 2 ball, but the 3 is going to be there for you. Pretty good speed on that. Drift up for the 7. A little hesitation there. Yeah, I mean, you got to know you're going into that 8 ball unless you really want to mess with cheating the pocket. It's just got to bear down and make this. All right. Jared coming back. Scratchy? Nope. A little cluster to deal with. Good stroke on that one. I think the 2 ball goes. The 6 is a little tough. Maybe if you end up in here, I don't know if it goes inside or not. We might be trying to get up onto that 2 ball now. We got in there and freed up the 6 a little bit, but sacrificed the shot making for it. So he's got to look at the 14 in the side to open up. Oh, shot it into the point and it bounced back. That's a tough cluster now. I still have the pocket claimed. I don't know, guys. I don't like thinking about it that way. I don't know if that's just an APA thing or if that's like a bar pool thing or what, but it's an artifact in my game that I don't love because it doesn't really let me think about the table layout as opportunities to win. It's kind of just ways to prevent your opponent from winning, which feels weak. So I decided to not clear out that pocket because I still think about things that way. I'm going to keep it blocked. This is like playing scared, I think is part of it, right? Like, oh no, if I open up that pocket, then he could win. Like he could make his balls in that pocket. And oh, by the way, the pocket's not accepting anything. Stuff keeps getting nudged over there and nothing's going down. But my suit is getting progressively more open. Camera discipline, Anthony, get out of here. All right. You could definitely send the 3 into the 2-4. The 6 will probably end up going in that same pocket. Man, wouldn't you be tempted to just play the 5-ball combination? My dad is the kind of player who would just immediately shoot that, like, just because it's too much fun. You can't resist. And I definitely do that too. Less when I'm in competition. But if I'm just shooting for fun, I would have to try it. Let's just give up all in hand, actually. I think that that'll keep things interesting here. Just hit a strong shot on the 1 ball and make sure the cue ball goes in. It's bold strategy. Pocket's still kind of congested over here. I might have been tempted. He's calling safe. I do explain to him that in this format, look at this pocket. It still doesn't want to drop that 4. I do end up explaining to him that in this format, if you call safe and then make your own ball, you would still have to shoot. There's not really, you can't call safe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, guys, because I think like BCA, for example, you can call safe and make one of your own balls, but you forfeit your turn. You might be able to make the 6 past the 8. Yeah, cool. Okay, that opens it up. 7's a little more open now. We could blast into the 3 and open up that pocket. Not that you have to blast it, but it's fun to blast it. We want to get the, is it the 10 ball? We want to get the 10 ball out of there and hopefully leave the 2. I have to say, after I did blast it, and the 2 doesn't drop. After seeing this match in its entirety, it just, I look okay. I look okay out there. Like, I'm playing okay. There's definitely some silly stuff, but I look way better than I felt. I felt pretty rough playing this match. It's funny. It's an opportunity though, right? Like, to try to think about myself differently when I'm at the table. Meanwhile, I don't really have access to the 2. It's so deep in the jaws that on these tables it can be really hard to get a good hit. The 3 doesn't go past the 7. Oh, I think I'm back cutting the 3. Might have just done that because I felt safe with the 2 ball hanging in the pocket. He's still got to figure out, yeah, maybe you just roll the 10 into the 2, leave me down there. Or he wants to cut the 13. It might send the 11 down there, which could help. Not at that speed. Well, it's a good shot on the 13 nonetheless. Gotta clear it out. 11 to the 15? Or play the 10 to the 2? Didn't go. I think he was trying to do too much. He was trying to knock down the 2, keep the 10 in the pocket, and hold the cue ball in a safe spot. I was telling him about the rules clarification of calling safe. I just wouldn't want somebody to get burned by that rule, right? Where if you think, okay, I'm calling safe, I'm going to make my ball, and then that, like, surprise, you actually have to keep shooting. That's not bad. Just make sure you get out of there. Don't overcomplicate it. Make sure you get a look at something. Rolling up from the 3 to make the 7 in the side is doable from here. I'm looking at it like I want to make it in the bottom left corner, but I don't think that's the play. Am I playing the 7? I'm playing the 7 now. I'm going to try to get a cross table for the 3. I don't think I love that. Oh, okay. Just put him wherever you want. Big sigh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, look at me. I'm like talking to myself. I'm shaking my head. It's fine, dude. It's not a big deal. Weird stuff happens. Everybody gets lucky. It's that mindset, guys. Bites me. I'm just trying to run this all the way down. Hit that pretty good. And we have a look at the 8. We're not in the best place for the 8, but you can still be thankful that you've got a shot at it. I like to draw off this. You can just roll through, though. Oh. Can't have it. I needed to take another breath on that one. That was for the match. Like, that was to end the match. You take another breath on that one. I'll get in this rhythm. It's interesting, thinking about it now. I get into this rhythm where I'm like, okay, like, we're just going to keep taking turns. There's going to be more innings. There's going to be more game. But that could be a break point for me in my game, like a jumping off point where if I stop thinking about it that way, if I stop thinking about like, okay, there's just going to be more turns, there's going to be more opportunities, always play like I am locking this up or shutting this down. Like I'm going to prevent him from having any opportunities or I'm going to win this game. It's that killer mindset. Like you got to always come with it that way. Jared's in a tough spot here. He needed to roll up off that 15 to get onto the 11 and the 14. He's going to try to play the combo maybe. The combo cross-side bank, and it goes. Luck swings both ways. Tried for the bank. I don't mind the bank there. It's tough, right? Because you make that ball, you want to get shape on the 8 ball for yourself. If you miss, you're probably still going to give up some kind of shape on the 8. I have a look at it. I have a really, really thin back cut, but I'm going to try the bank again. This is normally high left. You don't need a ton of angle. These feel pretty natural to me. Didn't cut it or spin it enough. Too much to hope that the 8 ball is going to get in the way. Oh, it almost does. But he is going to be fine. And he's probably going to win this game. Yeah, good shot, Jared. Nice. He's doing it, guys. He's coming for me. Try break? Nope, he made a strike. Unfortunate because he doesn't have a great shot at stripes. I don't know if the 10 goes clean from here, if he's going to try to play it off the 5. Might not go. Okay, cool. He had enough of the 15 to make it. Oh, didn't get the 9. Don't know if he's got the 14 or not. Maybe he does. Yeah, he had plenty. Cool, so he's got on the 9 now. I don't know if he wants to nudge the 13. He's on the other side of the 13. Does it go past the 8? The camera is really tricking me on this rack. No, it must not go. Rail first? Doesn't go, man. No way. 12 on the side. And then what? Maybe you end up with a shot on the 10? Good shot. Back cut on the 10. The 10 goes, pretty sure. And you're likely to send the cue ball into the cluster, which could break up the 13. This would be a nice out. Pick it apart. Oh, he undercut it just slightly. It did play into the 13, but not in a very nice way. Now we have a situation. 6 is blocked, 5 is blocked. Patience. You got to be patient here. What am I looking at? Trying to get safe? Well, I know that the 6 and the 5 are blocking his stripes. So if I put him anywhere up here, well, you don't want to give him this angle. But anywhere in here, just roll into the 1. Make sure something touches a rail. I think you got to go safe here, man. Go thin off the 3 and get back up table. I'm just checking to see if the 6 goes. Can't tell. I actually like what I'm doing here. I'm not rushing in anything. I'm taking this seriously. I know this is important. It's like that 8 ball, you know? Just kind of rushed into it a little bit. And I like this because he'd have to make a tough hit on the 13, probably 2 rails, right? Yeah, he doesn't want to move the 10, so he's going to open up the 13. He gets a rail. 13 gets in on the 3. And he sees what I'm trying to do. He knows he's got to make a hit because he doesn't want to give up ball in hand. Here's a thought. The 3's blocking the 13. Do you make the 10 and then try to have him kick at the 13 again? Or do we just play safe again? I think I play safe up here and then just kind of challenge him to hit the 13. Problem is then, yeah, I don't think oh, that's dirty. Put him on the 6. Pretty good. Yeah, the intention was to put him like right behind the 6. Problem is you don't want to give him any kind of chance of just making this 5-10 combination. But I looked at it and it didn't look like it would go. So this is pretty much exactly what I was hoping for here. The 10 is still a problem. And I don't have a great way to break out my 5 ball. You can run the 3 all the way down. I don't love it. clearly. Yeah, I'm considering just making the 10 and trying to keep him hooked away from the 13. Oh, yeah. I think the idea was use a lot of spin and put him back down under the 8 ball, but we gave him a look at the 13 now. Luckily, the 8 is tied up. He missed the 13. It does seem like he rushed that one a little bit. Okay, good opportunity. The 5 is there for a breakout shot. 4 ball should go, I believe. Are we playing the 6 into the 4? Maybe the 4 doesn't go clean. We missed that. Maybe the 4 didn't go? If the 4 went, you definitely should have taken that. We created a cluster. We gave him full access to the 13. He's jumping right in. I think you have to go 2 rails to hit that 8 ball. He's trying really hard to get that hit. Oh, look at this. Okay, I remember this one. So you come really thin off the 2. I don't know if I have a look at the 3. I think I'm on top of the 2. So I have to like curve off the 2 to get up table. We're just going to give up all in hand. So I missed the 2. Just didn't hit it. Trying to curve off it too much, and he's got ball in hand. Tell him he's got ball in hand. He was looking away. You got to get out, Jared. Get that breakout. Oh, this breakout's not happening for him. The 13 also just really doesn't want to go down. All right, dude. You got to shape up and make this happen. Do not need to let him get on the hill. Five goes, so you got to use this now. It's your breakout shot. Got the breakout. A little unlucky to not have a good look at the 2, but we can just be happy about this. Run the 3 all the way down. This is do or die, guys. You got to go for it. Stay smooth. Stay still. Looking okay. Good stroke. Little snatchy still. It's nerves. Nerves were getting me. So play the 4. The 1-6 should cooperate. Combination should go. Yeah, play the 4 and just pull back. Whoa, we're coming all the way down. It must have been too thin to try to hold it. But we're okay. 7 goes in the side. The 2 makes a good key ball. Play the 7 nice and smooth. Get back up for the 1-6. I did figure out the autofocus on my new camera, by the way, so that will not be a problem starting with new recordings after this week. This one works out. It didn't appear that I looked at where the 1 ball was going to go, but it dressed up in the side. I think I was just confident that the 2 ball was always going to be there. I can be dangerous when I get in that mode where it's like, I'm just going to hit it good and make the ball and things are going to work out for me. I think I know enough about the game that like it usually can work out subconsciously that things go where they're supposed to go. That's where I start to get into a flow state. In this case, it happens to be towards the end of the match, if not the end of the match. But we're just going to roll through and take the 8 in the same corner pocket there. It's risky, man. There is a scratch on for that shot, but you got to clutch up and make this ball. Stay still. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. It was tough to watch. I had a tough time watching it. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Getting a lot more people in here, which is so cool. It's been really great to meet all of you. Thank you for the comments. We're all just here to get better together and to learn. Lots more matches coming up. Like I said, I have a backlog, but I'm going to try to do my best to get caught up here and then to keep posting new matches. So keep an eye on the channel, and I will see you all again soon.